Hello there, and all of you, and awesome, and welcome back to Jonah's boxing blog with me and Jonah,
Eddie Morris,
and the awesome Gary Simkiss. Amigas.
Hello.
Right, you all ready, lads?
Yeah, ready to go.
Right, guys. Where about in the Midlands did you grow up?
Bloxwich, Warsaw.
And what sort of age did you get into boxing?
10. 10-year-old. I was 10. I was in the gym for a year, full year, but I couldn't fight till I was 11. So me grounding and I learned a lot in that full first year. I learned loads, and technique and footwork. I think there was I was at Block. My first club was Bloxwich. That was me. That's where I felt. I used to live just around the corner from the TP Valley. That was the school gym.
You can tell us a little bit about growing up on your estate and getting into the boxing?
There was like half of us in the street. We all used to fight. We used to box in everybody's garden. We had no gloves. We had nothing. So we had a pair of socks and a pair of socks. Of course, I was the smallest. I was the youngest. I used to get knocked from pillar to post, left, right, and all over the place. But I just kept on training, turning up. And when I was able to go to the club when I was 11. My first fight, everybody else dwindled away, but I kept on it. I kept there. I just, obviously I started boxing for the club then.
What was your first impressions of walking into the gym for the first?
It was a little bit anxious because this club is a busy club. Probably 70, 80 people there, and there's all running around, and all those fit lads, and you'd have travellers come on and all also, but. It's fight or flight. It's that you just gotta get in. You just gotta get it done. That's how it is, and that's all. But it's about that character building with boxing, because boxing's it's a unique sport, isn't it? It's like a sport like no other. It's not like table tennis or badminton. It's a man's sport, isn't it? Boxing. So you've just got to contribute, and just got to get yourself in there.
Want to tell us a few stories about your first few training sessions? Your first.
That was tough. That was tough because I trained with the schoolboys, the juniors, and the seniors, and the seniors and the juniors. The little gloves on there, and that whack you all over the place. But you just got to keep going every week. Just keep turning up, and that's how it was. And slowly but surely, you turn. I get older, and these kids, they give it. You could put it back onto them. Then back in the day, like so. It was all learning. It was learning experience. It was about being from boy to man. That's true. I can say that's it. It was like that's how growing up was like. But yes, some great days, great times. I knew I had to be a certain place, certain time. Every day of these days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No hanging around the street corners. No getting to no good. I knew I had to be somewhere, and that's what saved me. Truthfully.
Did you ever train on a Sunday?
Train Sunday. I trained Sunday when I went to Wednesbury. We used to go under the where the gym wasn't open, but we used to stay under the
canopy.
Yeah, the canopy. And it was like freezing cold, the snow, and like I was saying to Aidy, there was the fittest lads I've ever seen. These lads were so fit, and then we drip the steam was be pouring off them it was unbelievable. Unbelievable training that was. Turn up and do the banks and do the running. Unbelievable times then, but unbelievable.
The banks, we heard a lot of stories about the banks. Did you ever do the piggyback up the bank?
Yeah, did all them, mate. Killers.
It's
conditioning. That's all conditions. Condition work. It's all condition work. That's how. There's no skill in that. It's about condition, but it's just about It's like running. Run the morning first thing. I used to run first thing. It wasn't about the run. It was about getting up. Get out of that lovely warm bed. Get on the street, lashing down the rain, because you think that your opponent, he won't be doing that. He's in the bed, so that's 1 round ahead of you. That's how you got to think. It's character building. That's how boxing is. It's character building, because truthfully, we're not there to punch anybody or fight anybody. Truthfully, we're there for we're gatherers. We pick. That's so to get to somebody, you've got to change yourself from being a lovely fella. Then because you want to go in there, and you want to you want to.
You want to hurt him, don't you?
You want to win. That's how it is.
Hurt him, stop him.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Because if you don't win, he'll beat you.
In your first few years of the amateurs, do you remember what old you was when you first went into any championships
11.
and started toughening up a bit?
11. My first fight was after being the school's ABAs. Yeah, school. I got beat. I got beat in my first fight, but I couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't get enough of it. I'd go to shows, and if there was shorter bouts, Gary, come on, jump in straight away. And that's how it was when I was school. So for the first, I didn't ever have a card for the first couple of years when I was a schoolboy. You just jump in. You just fight anywhere, go anywhere in the country. Just jump in.
Did you do many venues in your first few seasons?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, can you imagine going to like a dinner show? Unbelievable. And they have all the dancers on there and the strippers and all that. I think it's unbelievable. One minute you're doing that, next minute you're going to school and saying to your friends, "Oh, you know, it's brilliant." Getting back all hours in the morning, you know, to get to school. Crazy.
The early venues with the smoking. And
unbelievable.
Tell us about some of that. Do you remember some of the stories about?
I still smell that smell today now. That smell of the toilets and the disinfectant smells and I smell the things you used to put in the toilet and that. And you used to have to go outside because it was that smoky. It was like them workmen clubs. It was.
Parkour was about
it. Now you never happened with it there, but the time is. I mean, don't forget in the boxing, you know, where we was in the ring, you could see the layers of smoke. I mean, geez, how we. I mean, unbelievable. It was just but it was tough. It was tough, but you know, it was great days. What
your fondest memories is when you're back in your junior first few years before you was under 16? Some of the venues you went to, any fond memories, any great gym?
I just remember boxing some half decent lads, and you know, I beat a few half decent lads, and you kind of get you noticed, and you know, I mean, you get you think, you know what I mean? This boxing, it's half decent, and I could do it. I could box. I understood the fundamentals of boxing. I understood what to do. You haven't got to be a rocket surgeon to rocket science. You knew what you had to do. You know what I mean? And I could do it, and I loved it.
In your first few seasons, did you take many wins, losses?
Do you know what? I would have been half and half, truthfully. I'd always be senior champion. I'd always be like I'd always be Staffordshire champion. We had a big plaque in Block Street, and I would always write my name on this plaque, and sure enough, on the wall of honours, and I've got this picture of it now. I'm on the wall of honours of this, and just to be on there was a big thing for me at the time. You know what I mean? Because some of the good lads, like Peter, Ferry, there was all on it. You know, Midlands champion and Staff's champion, things like this. And I remember I was at school, and I had to write an essay. I couldn't barely write me about being Staffordshire champion. Nobody probably even knew I boxed, truthfully. And they got me out in this assembly and to give me a round of applause and say, "Oh, we've got a boxing champion here," and this, and unbelievable. I was only like 11-year-old. You know what I mean? So unbelievable days. Them was great days.
So as your first few younger years, and then getting into your teens, did you find your training that obviously got tougher fights, and then you get into fight better level of boxers? Obviously, a lot of people sort of started boxing the same sort of age, so they'll be going up with the years similar. Yeah. Did you ever come across the same opponent more than one times?
Yeah, you have a few of these lads. Jimmy Steele boxing with 2-3 times. There's other lads. But I used to, when I wasn't at the club, I had a bag in me dad's bed in the bedroom. So even though when I was in the club, I still being coached in the house. So it was 24/7 for me. And if I wasn't in the house, I'd be running in the mornings. I just knew you had to be a little bit. I just knew I had to be a little bit more fitness, a bit more, because you know, these lads were all lacking say ability. You'd gain in fitness. I mean,
how was your confidence back then? 13, 14-year-old.
I was always a confident lad, mate. I was always confident.
You said you were small, so I thought.
Yeah. But it meant like I had to fight. I had to fight, and it was just I had to fight. And then when I kind of got like all the 15, 16, then I shot up a little bit, and then I had to then understood about boxing. Work off the jab. You don't need to fight. You don't need to get you mix it up black and blue. There's easier ways to fight than you know what I mean to have to get stuck in all the time and fight. You know what I mean? So
You know, when you had your inter clubs, like your local boxing clubs, like Wednesbury, say Boxwich versus Walsall, or say Dudley.
Yeah.
Is there any another club you thought, oh no, we ain't got to fight them?
Dudley and Wednesbury. But Wednesbury, Dudley, and Birmingham City. There was the clubs. There was the clubs there, and that's why I went to Wednesbury for, because I knew when I had to. Well, at the time, Blocks is the trainer. I knew we were very well. Something happened anyway. But I knew if I wasn't going to stay there because there was no.
You needed to step up.
There was no trainers, only conditioners. But I needed, if I'm going to progress myself in any way, I had to go to Wednesbury. And I used to see Terry, and Terry used to say to me, Terry Johnson, and he says, you know, you need to be fighting better class of people. You know what I mean? To get you do, and that I just knew then if I'm going to start progressing, you've got to fight better people. And luckily, I got. When I went to Wednesbury, it was just a club full of talent, unbelievable talent.
Was it different training, different structure?
I was there probably 18 then, 18, yeah.
Which come to Wednesbury was 18.
18, probably 18, but there was just so it was so talented club. I'm telling you, and like I said to her there, coming over, I know the reason why. Why these lads wasn't world champions? Because they should have been world champions, because the talent was the talent. I've been around world champions and they never had that kind of talent. And these lads have just been in the right place, right time. Because it's a lot in boxing. It's luck. It's luck, and it's been in the right place, right time.
We also it was tough growing up round here. To be fair, though, you had to learn to fight round here.
It was tough, but we didn't have that. We didn't have that. We never had the people to take us that little bit further. We just didn't have that support. I mean, we had that support of our family and friends, but we needed other people. We need, like, you know, these better trainers, promoters. So, boom, you know, you're going to get this way now.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we're just going to have a short break, and we'll be back with you in a couple of minutes for more about the amateur days from our two friends here, Jonah, Gaz, and Eddie in the audience here, and myself. We're just going to take a short break and back in a couple of minutes.